Doing great. I mean, living my life in quarantine, getting my workouts in. I'm in finals week, so I finished my first of 3 finals. So I got 2 more left, and now I'm on to take some summer classes and work towards finishing my major. So
Awesome. So I
everything's
caught you
good
in
though.
between.
Yeah, perfect.
So you kind of touched on this, but times are weird right now, and
Mhm.
we're pretty limited on what we're allowed to do during this pandemic, and there's a ton of uncertainty. So
Mhm.
how is your quarantine going? Has there been any specific things that you've kind of picked up on, some new hobbies? What's going on with you during this time?
I mean, it was for everyone else. It was one first of all, it was a shock and just came out of nowhere. I mean, it was a domino effect. It started from the NBA with Rudy Gobert getting in, and then next thing you know, the next day at 12 o'clock, we're done and all seasons are canceled. And so, I mean, it was first of all, it was crazy, and then to come home and I mean, it was like going back to my roots. It's whenever I'm home, I have my certain place I'll go work out, and so I kind of just tap back into my just like me being at home kind of deal, put myself in my that mental situation, and I mean, just been working out. So I mean, it's my schedule's been a little here and there, kind of with classes and just transformation and with everything online. So I mean, I'll usually work out in the morning, afternoon, and then I'll finish the night with hitting or lifting. So I mean, kind of like I try keeping as close to regular as I was at San Diego State as possible. My class in the morning, maybe lift before, then lunch, practice when I'll go do my workout stuff in the normal slotted time. So try keeping it as structured as possible, honestly. It's just the best way to do it. Stay on top of things.
So as a baseball player and as any kind of athlete on a team, it must kill you not to be playing right now, not to have your teammates beside you 24/7 because you get to know these guys on a personal level. So it must be really hard not being around them. So touch on that for a sec.
Yeah, so I mean, since I transferred to San Diego State and I got in 2 days after the spring term started, so I was getting to know these guys right off the bat. I was jumping to school, I was being out of practice, I was picking up on these guys. What's crazy is how great Southern California is, and just California baseball and travel these days. I knew so many of these players that before even going there, and right when I got on campus, I got guys hitting me up like, "Oh my, like, dude, like, remember we used to play this, we used to play here, like that was a day, like stuff like that." It was crazy. I mean, that's the difference is I was at Oregon and we had a lot of California kids, but again, we had some Trinity League kids. We had some kids I played against, and then there's kids from NorCal, and there's also guys from Oregon, Washington. So, but the difference is when I got there, I got close, and it was a family right away. They were brothers. They brought me in and helped me out through everything, whether it was class, in the weight room, kind of things going on in the weight room, how things work. They're always there for me, and it's tough. I mean, I was in San Diego the other day. I went back. I had to grab some more clothes, and one of my roommates is staying there, and it was tough. I mean, we talked for hours, and I ended up staying the night there and having dinner with them. But it was crazy because it's just something happens out of nowhere that we are completely out of control of, and even our head coaches and my buddies that are playing other colleges, even every head coach is just there. It's not in their control anymore. It's past that. So it's tough. I mean, I miss the guys. There's nothing like get on the field, get in the locker room with them, and that's one of the Zoom meetings that we've had before we started finals when we can't meet. Is we were talking about how tough it is just not being with each other. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's just hard time, but it's going to make everyone tougher. I think by the end, it will make everyone tougher, and everyone's going to be even more hungry and motivated to go back. Because again, you got you, me, so many other every sport. It's just not baseball at the end of the day. It's a world thing. So yeah.